and oh my god, I haven't spoken yet today. Wow. Rise and grind, gamers. My name is Tetsyumi, and welcome back to episode 8 of our Terraria Starlight River Mod playthrough. The final episode of this playthrough. But is it the final episode? I'll leave it at that. I'll just leave it at that. Is it the final episode? I don't know. We'll leave it at that. Gamers, we have a lot to do in this episode. Last episode, we fought and defeated our final modded boss of this playthrough, Ceiros, and I realized I've been saying his name wrong the entire time. I've been calling him like Ceiros or whatever. Ceiros, I think is how you pronounce it. I'm not really too sure. And because we have defeated our final modded boss, we now have access to these magmatic cores, which is pretty much our final crafting material that lets us make all of this really cool stuff that you can see down below. So pretty much my goal for this episode is I want to make absolutely everything, and then what I want to do is go ahead and fight the wall of flesh, bring us into hard mode, and that's where we will possibly call it an end of the series. As you can see, a little bit of question mark action. I don't know. Is that the end? Who knows? And like low-key, that's pretty much everything in our episode to-do list, but I will go over the episode to-do list a little bit more in depth right now. So obviously the first thing I want to do is do just a little bit of crafting. Like I said, now that we have access to these magmatic cores, we can craft a whole lot of stuff. However, we don't actually have enough magmatic cores currently to craft everything Ceiros drops, and I was taking a look at the bestiary because Ceiros actually drops a lot of those weapons that you can craft. So like things like this one, the refractive blade, we don't actually need to craft that because that's actually a drop that we can get from Ceiros. So I figured after we craft a few things, we still have to, you know, fight Ceiros some more anyway so we can get more magmatic cores. So while we're doing that, we can rematch Ceiros to hopefully get those weapons that he drops. And from there, we can then finish crafting and getting every single other thing he drops. And then we can just use that to go fight the wall of flesh, which should be a lot of fun. I'm hoping these weapons are going to be really, really good. They look really cool. I did take a look at some of them off camera. Before we get into anything, let's go ahead and start the crafting process, crafting these few things up here, making use of the few magmatic cores that we have. So foist things foist. Oh god, that was so fucking cringe. I knew it was going to be cringe. I didn't actually expect it. Like, I thought it was going to be ironic cringe. Oh god. So foist things foist, we gotta make this thing, the Gilded Glass Idol. It sucks because basically we have to waste one of these magmatic cores just to make like an infinite summoner for this boss, because obviously we gotta farm the boss to get more of the weapons and stuff. So we gotta make that first. It's not too much big of a deal. And the next thing is we can actually make ourselves a brand new armor set with these magmatic cores, the Victric armor set, which is a range armor set, which is pretty cool. How many times can I say armor set? But I think that's good because for the most part, for the fight, we've been using the Ancient Victric bow, which is a ranged weapon, obviously. So now we can make an armor set that would hopefully make the fight a little bit easier if we continue to make the bow. And as you guys can see here, there's like a lot of weapons we can make. I decided for now, we're just going to make 2 of them, obviously, because I don't have that many magmatic cores to make the rest of them. But I've decided we're going to make the magmatic coach gun, which is a ranged weapon, which is going to be good for us when we make the armor set. And also the Phoenix Storm summon. Oh, it's a summon weapon. I thought this was like a magic weapon. This is a summon weapon. But what this one does is it summons a storm of phoenixes that periodically swoop in on enemies. Sounds really cool. I definitely want that. That sounds awesome. And this one also sounds awesome. Press right click to throw out crystal bombs, which explode in chain reactions. Firing at bombs detonated prematurely for more violent results. That is our plan, so let's go ahead and start crafting everything. First off, starting with the idol, so all I gotta do is craft myself a regular glass idol first. And there we go, we got ourselves the Gilded Glass Idol, so we can fight this guy an infinite amount of times. And then we can craft ourselves the Victric armor set, which is right here, nice, and we should have everything we need to, I believe, craft everything in this episode already. The only thing we might not have is enough, like, hellstone bars. The next thing we gotta do is come over to a Crimson Altar and grab ourselves the Undertaker, because we need to turn this into the musket. And now that we got the musket, we can put this in here, and we can craft ourselves the coach gun first, and now the magmatic coach gun. And finally is the Phoenix Storm, which I always somehow don't know how to spell. There we go, the Phoenix Storm, we got that shit. Alright, so we got everything. So first off, let's go ahead and take a look at this armor. It's a little bit unfortunate because in the last episode, we also made this armor, and this one has a cool set bonus of like double tapping down to call in an orbital strike. We never got to see that because like to charge up the orbital strike, you need to kill enemies, and obviously we were using this armor against the boss, so we couldn't really kill an enemy to figure that out. Maybe we can still take a look at that. I'm not too sure, but first off, let's go ahead and take a look at this armor. So we're going from 31 defense to 30 defense, so okay, 1 point less of defense, whatever, that's okay. The set bonus for this one is accumulate powerful glass shards over time. Double tap down to load these shards into your bow. Shards fired from bows have high velocity and damage. Ooh, oh shit, that's sick. Oh, I can see them up here, so do I only get 3 or is there more? And then if I double tap down, oh shit. So does it have to be a bow I fire it with? Let's try with like the Cloud Strike weapon. Yeah, it looks like they didn't fire. I imagine these things would like fire with the weapon. So if I throw this bow, oh shit. Oh, that's super cool. It looks like it's not using any ammo, was it? I couldn't really tell. It does still use an ammo. Kind of sucks, but like, dude, that looks sick. Oh, that looks really cool. I'm sure that's going to do a lot of damage. Hell yeah. Next, let's take a look at the magmatic coach gun. So this one is right click to throw out a crystal bomb, and the crystal bombs will explode, and I could also shoot them for a more violent explosion. So I guess first off, the normal attack of this gun. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I expected. I thought it would be kind of like a musket thing, which, okay, I mean, not bad. This sound effect is really cool, actually. I like that sound effect a lot. And then, oh shit, yo, that's sick. Oh my god, that's like the bomb that Ceiros actually when I keep saying Ceiros. It's the bomb that Ceiros throws out in his second phase. Dude, that is sick. And if I let it explode normally, it looks like a pretty good explode. Like, that's a pretty big explosion radius and stuff still. So then if I shoot it prematurely, okay, so it looks the same. Yeah, it looks pretty much the same, shooting it prematurely or like letting it explode. Can I throw out multiple? Oh, what? Okay, I can throw out 3 at a time and they chain together. That's sick. We got ourselves the Phoenix Storm. Summons a swarm of phoenixes that periodically swoop in on enemies. So this one does summon damage, but I don't think it's an actual like summon. So I think I can still use this with like my other stuff like this thing that I got in the last episode. So I guess let's just take a look at this. Oh no, it is a summon. I think. So I only have 1 max summon. So I don't think it is a summon then. It must not be. Oh no. Is it that this isn't a summon? One of these things is not a summon, but I can't tell which one. I don't see anything up here in the corner for like for the reclusive focus to be a summon. So I guess maybe the Phoenix Summon Storm is a summon weapon, and I could just have both. Dude, that's kind of cool. Okay. Also, I think in the last episode I never actually tested the Needler weapon, but this one is stick spikes to enemies to build up heat. Overheated enemies explode, dealing massive damage. It looks really cool. It doesn't actually have like an ammo type, so I think it just fires normally. But this thing is sick. Oh, I didn't realize the shots would like fall off after a certain amount of time. That's really cool. All right, gamers, inventory is kind of cleared up. I know it's still a mess, but like, just bear with me. And we're back in the little place where we go fight Ceiros. I will never, you know what? I'm just gonna keep calling him Ceiros, dude. I am never gonna remember this man's name. But here we go. We can, we have our infinite idol, so we can do this. Let's test out some of these weapons too. First off, I guess we'll use the Agile Needler. And also, hold on, my Summon Phoenix. Oh, no, it didn't. I thought it, like, went away, but it was just, like, attacking someone else. Let me actually despawn it, like, spawn it back in, see if it'll start attacking. Yeah, okay, fair enough. It's pretty cool. It doesn't really look like it's doing that much damage, like the Phoenix by itself. However, what I can say is doing a lot of damage is this fucking Inferno Tower thing that we got from Ceiros. This, like, summon weapon. This thing is crazy. It's doing, like, 15 damage a tick. That's really good, dude. This thing's cool. Okay, let's actually try and test out some of these. You know what, also, can I, like, despawn this thing? I forgot that this is the attack it's gonna do. I'm probably gonna die here. Can I despawn my, like, Inferno Tower? I don't think I can. It's, like, it's making so much of a mess on screen, I can't really see. Oh, very cool. So this weapon is supposed to kind of, like, heat up the enemy and then, like, explode. And, yeah, like, you can see the tacks, I guess, are, like, sticking towards the enemy. And then they're, like, blowing up after a little bit. That's really cool. Dude, I forgot all of the attacks that he has. Let's test out the magmatic coach gun that can fire fucking bombs, which is so cool. I guess we'll throw like 3 of them right now. The bombs kind of do travel far. What happens if I hit an enemy with a bomb? Do they just explode immediately? No, okay. And the shots don't really pierce, so it's actually kind of difficult to actually shoot the bombs through the boss if I try and target them like this. I think it's doing good damage though. I can't really tell. Hold on, if I see here, yeah, you know what, that seems like it's actually doing like pretty damn good damage. Okay, fair enough. I think it might be time to lock in a little bit so I don't get embarrassed and die 3 times in a row. I mean, that is just unheard of. So instead, I'm probably gonna go back to the bow and, you know, try and make use of the set bonus of this armor, which is pretty damn cool. Cool, I couldn't tell if that actually did any damage or not. Cool, again, I couldn't tell if that did damage. It does 200. It just, oh god, I'm in that. I don't, like, is that a good amount of damage? Like, low-key, is the coach gun doing more damage than that? Yeah, dude, honestly, I think the coach gun with all the explosions does, like, a lot more damage than that. Oh, god damn it, dude. I'm so ass. I gotta stop focusing on switching weapons and just like use one. Dude, I didn't know the laser could go the other way. Every time last episode, it went counterclockwise. What? Oh, god damn it, the platform exploded, didn't it? Oh my god, dude. Let's go. That was not supposed to be as hard as it was last episode. I thought this was going to be way easier, but not, dude. This boss is a challenge. Still very, very fun. This weapon, not this weapon, actually, the set bonus of this armor, like the double tap down for like these shots, they actually do a crazy amount of damage. Like basically just 3 of those shots like that is pretty much enough to like solely kill one of the phases of that fight. It was really strong. So before we go back up to the surface, I suppose, let's see, we got 3 of these magmatic cores. Did we get anything cool from the treasure bag? We did? Okay, yeah, we got the upgraded bow, the Coalescence. This one charges a volley of brilliant magic. Fully charged shots leech mana where their arrows meet. That is, I forgot, dude, this is a magic weapon. This is the upgrade to this bow, the ancient Vitric bow. However, this one becomes a magic weapon, which is super interesting. Honestly, I want to try it out. I'm not like a magic build by any means, but like, what does it mean? Whoa, whoa, dude, that looks so sick. Oh my god. Oh, that is so cool. And then the shots like all kind of merge into one. Wow, that's awesome. Wow, dude, that's awesome. Hold on. And you know what? Because this is a bow, I don't know, like, because this is a magic weapon, I don't know if it'll count as a bow, but will it count with the set bonus of this? It looks like no. Maybe I have to like release the fire button. No, dude, that is so unfortunate. It doesn't work with the set bonus of this armor. Man, that honestly kind of sucks. I feel like it should still be classified as a bow, because like this is the upgrade obviously to the Vitric bow here, but like, dude, that is still really cool, not gonna lie. Let's try it out for this attempt. It's a little bit hard to tell because obviously there's a lot going on screen. It seems like it's doing okay damage, but the damage is obviously less than the Vitric bow, because with the Vitric bow I can do the set bonus of my armor and like do that, but the damage does seem good still. Ah, god damn it, some random explosion killed me. Oh god damn, I was cutting it real close there. I think one more hit probably would have killed me, but okay, another one down. Hopefully we get something new again. What do we get? Ah, nothing new, unfortunate. Except now we do have 8 magmatic cores, which I think is probably enough to craft everything else we want to craft. So let's go check that out. We back. I do have enough to craft all the rest of all of Ceiros's, dude, I keep trying to say it, Ceiros's drops. I have enough to craft everything. So let's go ahead and get into it. I did real quick have to go grab myself a little bit more Hellstone bar, but hopefully now we should have enough to craft like enough Hellstone. I mean, yeah, like we have an absolute like shit ton of Hellstone, so we're definitely good. So the first thing we're gonna craft is gonna be the Sentinel's Tin Catcher. This is just a vanity item that's supposed to make your barrier look like the Sentinel's shield, like the Sentinel's barrier. I'm not really sure what that means, but I guess we're gonna go ahead and craft it here, and we should have it. Hell yeah, there it is. We just gotta throw our stuff in there, and we got ourselves the barrier. Now, what does this actually look like? Oh shit! Yo, that was cool. There was like a cool animation for like when it charged up, I guess. Also, there's a blood moon, so now you guys can't see anything. What? Fuck you mean you're not feeling it right now? What? It's 27 seconds. I can't last that long. Like, is that all it did? Did it just make me gray? Yeah, kinda. I mean, like the like startup animation of it is really cool, but like, I don't really want to be more gray. Next up, we are finally moving on to some weapons. We got 1 magic weapon, and then all of these are melee weapons. So first off, we got ourselves the Pyroclastic Flow. It blasts a torrential stream of magma that sticks to tiles and enemies, and it sounds really cool. So we're definitely going to craft one of that. Also, my inventory is full, I guess, so it just went straight in my inventory. And then the next one is the Facet and Lattice. Right-click to guard, blocking damage depending on the timing, which is basically just a parry. I get a parry in this weapon. Attacks are empowered after guard, also depending on your guard timing. Sounds very cool. It is just the parry weapon. I get to parry now. Whoa! What the whoa, what is this? I've never seen this before. The 1000th degree. Dude, what? That looks awesome. That wasn't in the list of things we wanted to craft. Apparently we could have crafted this actually a while ago. Okay, I mean, I want that. That looks awesome. But the other two things we were actually going to craft are going to be the refractive blade and the ignition gauntlet. So the refractive blade, enemies struck by the laser have 25% increased melee exposure. Oh yeah, no, obviously the melee weapon with the laser. Yeah, duh, hold right click to charge a laser. Okay. Okay, cool. That's an upgrade to the ancient Victric blade, which we made a little bit ago. And now we got the ignition gauntlets. Rapidly barrages enemies with your fist while building ignition charge. Hold right click to consume the charge, propelling yourself forward at escape velocity. Attack while still flying to vent remaining charge in a large blast cone. Sounds hard to use, not gonna lie, but also really cool. So I suppose let's check out all of these. Starting off with, I guess, the 1000th degree, because like this is a weapon we completely missed. So this was an upgrade to like the saw blaster, so I kind of imagine it's gonna act the same way. It melts through enemies to build up heat. Releasing launches the blazing wheel. Yeah, okay, so pretty much the same thing. Oh shit, dude, this looks so cool though. Oh my god, dude, this looks awesome. I can see it's like glowing more the more I hold it down. So then if I let this go, whoa! Oh shit, what? It's the burning wheel from the fucking dungeon. That is so cool. That is so cool. For like forever, since like Terraria fucking came out and I saw the burning wheel for the first time, I thought it was like one of the coolest things in the world. And I always wanted to like mine it or like kill it or something and like use it as a weapon. This is awesome. Next up, we got the pyroclastic goo gun. So I guess this just shoots goo. Let's see. Oh my, yo, oh my god. This does not use a lot of mana for one. I can fire this for a long ass time. This looks so dope, dude. I love the outline on it. That's insane. Like I can make so much goo. I mean, I already do, but like I can make twice the amount of goo. That's holy shit. And as we all know, the saying goes, after the goo comes the laser sword. So, you know, let's see what the laser sword. Whoa, oh shit, that attack's really damn cool. When does the laser come in then? I hold right click or something? Yeah, hold right click. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yo, I want to see the. Damn, god damn. Why does this sword have a laser? Like, why does it need a laser? It's so cool, but like, what? Okay, we got some more zombies in the water here. I want to charge up my laser, dude. I mean, I'm assuming this is going to be a lot of damage. Oh. Okay, there was like actually no damage at all. Did I maybe not charge it to the max or something? Do I have to hold this for like 15 minutes? Huh. Okay, I mean, wow. Oh my god, the regular attack does a shitload of damage though. You know what? That's fine by me. It's because the laser has the exposure thing. That's how it works. So exposure multiplies the amount of damage the target takes by their exposure value before consuming the effect. So what I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to hit this guy with the laser a whole bunch of times, and then when I attack him normally, it does way more damage. Okay, I see. That's the point of the laser. Don't judge me. Reading is hard, so sometimes I just don't do it. But this one is the one that's actually a lot to read, and I'm not gonna do it. So this one is like a gauntlet that I can launch fists at. Oh, whoa, dude, I have like a fucking stand attacking basically. Okay, that's sick. So I attack enemies to build ignition charge, and then after I have a bunch of charge, I can right click to like launch myself forward. And while I'm launching myself, I can also attack more, and that'll like give me a different attack or something. So I don't know how much ignition charge I have. I guess we'll wait for the zombie to come up here, and then we'll see. Oh shit. And let go of this? Yo, oh my god, that was sick. Holy shit. So that was with the ignition charge like attack. I attacked and it did like a cone of flames. What is the ignition charge normally? You know what? This thing also does a lot of damage. I don't know if the damage increases with like more ignition charge that I have, but let's see. I'm gonna try and not attack using the ignition charge now. Let's just like use it to get away. Whoa. Oh my, wait, can I control it with my mouse? I went like a diagonally. Okay, let's try it again. If I hold like up, yeah, dude, it controls with my mouse. Oh my god, this is sick. Oh, dude, this is sick. I never even noticed like the animation when you're actually firing this weapon. That's so cool looking, holy shit. I don't really know how much ignition charge I can get, but I think I've maxed it out now. So then if I try and attack this enemy, right, I'll use this. Oh, that's sick. Oh, that's sick. I think I might have missed the actual like ignition attack, but dude, that is so cool. We'll try it one more time here. Yeah, that's sick. So gamers, what we are right about to do is go into the underworld and fight the Wall of Flesh, which is the last major thing I want to do in this series. Question mark, question mark, question mark. But before we do anything more, I feel like I've been neglecting a not really critical, but very cool system in the Starlight River mod, which is the cooking thing. Like, you can make your own potions using different food items and ingredients, and you can have like completely unique potions and like food to eat, which I think is so cool. And we have not like explored this at all. So over the course of this playthrough, I have been gathering like a whole bunch of like foodstuffs. So I figured, why not now? Let's take a look at them and see if we can make any really cool like food. All right, I believe I have grabbed every single piece of food that I've collected. I could be wrong, but I think this is everything I've got. And also, I didn't realize I already have like a full dish, which this one gives me 5 melee speed, max health, and I guess 7 minutes of fullness, which is cool. I think we crafted this when we first like discovered what this cooking system was. So let's actually take a look at like everything that I have. First off, I got some honey syrup. This one heals me 100 life on use and gives me 5% reduced movement speed. Okay, well that's kind of probably not good, but I don't know, that could be cool. We got lettuce, which is like increased barrier. This one is 3% critical strike chance. These ones are 10% critical strike chance. Okay, that's actually really good. This one is 5% melee damage. This one's, again, more barrier. This one's max health. And this one is you gain danger sense. So with all this food, let's try and make something cool. You also probably noticed that some of these say main course, some of these say side dish. And that's because in here, there's actually 1 slot for the main course, 2 for side dishes, and then 1 for like seasonings, which I don't think I've ever gotten a seasoning. But like, that's just, you know, more stats and stuff you can do. So I guess for the main courses, we only have face steak and rabbit, I believe. I think everything else is like a side dish. So for us, I mean, we got a lot of melee weapons, right? Let's do 5% melee speed. That's probably good. And then high key, I'm thinking for the side dishes, I don't think we need danger sense. I don't really think we need plus 5% maximum health. It would be helpful. I'm thinking either between the eye, which is 10% critical strike, or the lettuce, which is plus 40 barrier. And you know what? Honestly, we could just do both of those things. We can do plus 10 maximum health and plus 40 barrier. And then for our final thing, the seasonings, I said we didn't have seasonings, which is true. However, we can buy seasonings from the merchant. But there's like table salt, pepper, sugar, and flour. And these all seem really cool. So these ones are food buffs are 5% more effective. This one is food buffs are 15% more effective. So yeah, I don't know why I would ever not get that. Sugar is... oh, no additional effects. Ew, gross. But the flour is you regain 1 HP per second and adds a 2-minute duration to food. So I believe that's 1 HP per second for like the length of however long the food buff is active. I could be wrong, but I'm guessing let's just grab ourselves black pepper and flour and let's see which one of these we want to add. So first off, the flour is the regain 1 HP per second. If I put that down here, yeah, I can see. So the duration of the buff is 6 minutes and 15 seconds. So that would be regain 1 HP for 6 minutes and 15-second duration, which is really good. And then this one is the food buffs are 50% more effective. So if I put this in here, interesting. I thought it would maybe change these stats to actually show me like what the difference is going to be. I really don't know. I think I actually want maybe the flour. Honestly, I think I want black pepper for now. You know what? Yeah, dude, I think I want black pepper. Let's do that. And we got ourselves a meal. It's pretty much the same thing as the last one. Rabbit with eye and lettuce, except this one has like a whole hell of a lot of buffs where this one doesn't have as many. Oh shit, dude, I didn't even realize this. There's like salad dressing, which is food buffs are 5% more effective and slightly improved life regeneration. Low key, that might have even been good too, but I guess we don't need it. All right, gamers, so you know the drill. We are coming down into the underworld, and my plan is going to be I'll probably use the like Insta Obsidian Bridge platform to like just make a big platform across the world so I can fight the Wall of Flesh easier. However, before we do that, I haven't really explored like any of hell in this playthrough, and this playthrough has so far added a lot of really cool little biomes and like small structures. So before I destroy all of hell by putting down like the Obsidian Insta Bridge, I first want to see if there's like anything in hell that might be worth exploring or checking out before I would completely delete it. And also, one more reason is because we got ourselves the shadow key from, you know, obviously we fought Skeletron and went to the dungeon, so maybe there'd be something cool in any of these shadow chests from this mod. Alright, I can confirm there is nothing in hell, and also there is nothing of note in the shadow chests. I'm thinking right here is probably a good enough spot for it. Also, that explosion was because I did put on the Shattered Aegis, which is another drop that we got from Ceiros. I'm just gonna give up. I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna keep calling him Ceiros. I'm never gonna say Ceiros or Cerios, whatever the fuck his name is. His name is whatever I goddamn call him. That's what his name is. God damn, it is fucking dangerous down here. Although I did get myself 2 guide voodoo dolls. So you know what? I'm going to go back home. I'm going to heal a little bit. And then we can actually get into some wall of flesh fights. So I'm not going to lie. I don't think we're going to... Oh. Okay, I didn't realize we put on a little like baby imp guy. I didn't know we did that. Okay, I mean, what's up, dude? I guess you're chilling with me. I don't expect us to win on our first attempt here, especially because I'm going to be switching weapons a whole bunch. So I think instead of taking the food we just made, we're going to try this one that I guess I just like had in my crafting system beforehand. So we'll go ahead and take this. I mean, that did give us some buffs, mostly just melee speed. So let's just get into it, dude. I am really looking forward to fighting the wall of flesh with all of these goddamn weapons. First off, let's just get rid of all these hungry. Wow, you know what? That actually did not do as much damage as I thought it would. Okay, I'm not sure what the best weapons for me to use are gonna be. I mean, like the gauntlets here, this looks like it's doing pretty good against the hungry. And honestly, I imagine this would also do pretty well against the hungry. You know what? The laser? If the laser doesn't do that much damage, also, I guess it doesn't really go super far. But like then, if I hit them with the actual main attack of this weapon, it'll be doing a lot more damage. Kinda. You know what? It's not great. I might need to do a strategic retreat. Let's try the goo gun. I feel like the goo gun's actually gonna be really good, not gonna lie. I don't know where those hungry are going, but the goo gun did seem to work pretty well. And you know what? I can also stick the goo on the wall of flesh. You know what? Not gonna lie, the goo is doing a pretty good amount of damage. I'm a fan of the goo. Low key, maybe I should have fucking took my good like food potion thing, because like we're doing pretty good damage and we got another heal off, so I'm feeling definitely a little bit safer. We also got to try the bow, obviously, against this guy. It's not doing like a crazy amount of damage, but you know what? I didn't realize the bow actually does pierce. So this is also probably a decent weapon against the hungry here, because yeah, look at that. The shots kind of spread out and then go back in. So I can hit like a lot of the hungry at one time. Also, this isn't a weapon that we got from Ceiros or whatever, but the Infernal Harvest is just like a really good weapon. So I figured, yeah, this fire damage, of course, really good against these hungry. Oh shit, yo, I'm actually gonna die for sure. Can I get these heals? Okay, that didn't work out. You know what? That didn't work out. Fair enough. I guess it's good I didn't take my good food. All right, so first attempt went, I'm gonna be honest, not too well. However, there are still some weapons we didn't try, and you know what? I'm pretty confident this time. Let me also not die to these imps. God damn, they take so much damage out. But let's go ahead and summon again the wall of flesh in. Let's go ahead and turn this thing into like multiple shot mode so it can hit all of these little hungry. We also forgot to spawn in our Phoenix guy, so let's definitely do that. And now I did not use the bomb gun, so I mean, we definitely want to do this, dude. I feel like this is going to be really good. Yeah, I mean, that was already pretty good damage against the wall of flesh. I want to get far enough away, though, that it actually hits the hungry instead, because I want to focus on the hungry first instead of the wall of flesh right now. Let's see if I can kind of do that. Yeah, you know what? It's not that bad. It's kind of working. What about this thing, though? The 1000th degree? I feel like this one actually won't work very well, because, like, the way this works is it kind of circles around, like, blocks. So I'm not too sure. Let's try and get, like, a huge charge, though, if we can. I'm not actually sure how much, like, how long it takes to charge this thing, but let's see. How about now? Okay. Okay. I would classify that as pretty bad for this fight. I'm sure I could make it good if I had, like, a good arena. Like, if I maybe placed some blocks around the arena and stuff. But, yeah, that's definitely not happening. High key, dude. I feel like the best weapon for this first phase is definitely going to be the fucking goo gun, because I can just hit, like, every single hungry. And look at this. It barely uses any mana. Honestly, this might just be, like, the best weapon against the wall of flesh, period. Because, like, I can hit every one of his segments, too. Dude, this weapon's actually crazy. Look at the chip damage I'm getting with that. That's insane. All right, the wall of flesh is kind of starting to move too fast to where I can't really use the bombs on this gun. I'm going to still try to, but it looks like I might just have to switch my weapons, which honestly, I probably should have been doing long ago, switching up my weapons. But that's fine. We are in a ranger armor set, so I should probably be using more like ranged weapons like this. So let me try this. We actually already have a lot of damage on this thing, although we are also taking so much damage ourselves. This is like really bad. No! Oh man, we were so close that time. Okay, I'm gonna maybe try and stop like switching all my weapons like crazy. Let's lock in a little bit, and we probably get this. All right, gamers, let's lock in and absolutely get this shit. Oh, wait. Could I not eat my food? Oh, no, I did eat my food. Okay, good. It looks like the hungry get all fucked up when I goo them. I'm not sure why this happens. They kind of just like fly away and stop like tracking me. Like, look at that one. That one's going all the way like up to the surface or something. I don't know why that's happening. It must have something to do with like some weird knockback that this weapon has, but I didn't think this weapon, yeah, this weapon doesn't have any knockback. I wonder why that's happening. Oh, wait, you know what? I was trying to switch weapons, bro. I didn't even realize I was killing it. Yo, we did it, bro. And look at that. We actually got a thank you for playing message. Thank you for playing. You've reached the current end of Starlight River. Hard mode content is planned and under development. Hell yeah. Follow us on social media for spoilers and future updates. And gamers, with that being done, thank you all very much for watching. Yeah, I mean, like you said, that message, that was the end of the current development progress of the Starlight River mod. This mod was genuinely incredible. You can tell that so much thought and care went into everything. There weren't many modded bosses. I mean, there were only 2, but they were so fun, so unique, and were like insanely cool. Definitely hard, but I'm going to chalk that up to my fault because I'm playing in master mode, and obviously this mod tells you that you should be experienced before, you know, playing this mod in master mode, so that's definitely my fault. But like the weapons, so cool. There were a lot more weapons, a lot more content than I thought there was, and everything was so unique. And yeah, like a little bit overpowered, but surprisingly, I would say that most of these weapons are actually pretty well balanced for like where we are in the game. Like none of them seem incredibly too stupid, broken, overpowered. All of the like, damage was pretty normal. I mean, there were definitely cases like, I guess, for instance, the pyroclastic flow that kind of shredded the wall of flesh, and like the Dracula's rapier was like a teleport. Like that was pretty crazy. But for the most part, I would say all these weapons are pretty well balanced. I came into this mod expecting it to be a small content mod, you know, maybe not much added, maybe 1 or 2 bosses and like a handful of weapons. This mod has blown me away in content and scale and polish and love, and I really cannot stress enough how this has become one of my new like top favorite mods. It is absolutely incredible. And gamers, with that being said, if you want to check out this mod for yourself, obviously all my mods list is in the description. You guys know what I'm playing, the Starlight River mod. And with that being said, that is going to be all from me for today. Like the video if you like it, subscribe if you really like it. Thanks for watching. If you've made it this far in the video and you enjoy my content, please don't forget to also hype this video somewhere by the comments or link to the description. Hype is a system that just helps promote smaller creators. So if you hype this video, it would help me. I'd really appreciate it. It's completely free to do so. And gamers, there is one more thing that we could possibly do in this mod. And I'm just going to leave it at that. You know, maybe there's going to be another episode. Maybe, who knows? There is going to be another episode. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be fun, hopefully. And gamers, with that being said, thank you all very much for watching. This has been the Starlight River mod, and I will see you in possibly the next episode. Peace.